Come in for the scrying today. Let's see what the shapes and symbols have to say. Hello, old souls, fellow empaths, seers, and psychonauts. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. My name is Steph. We're going to dive into a message today. We're going to drop some ink as our mirror, just open vibe. But in the pre-shuffle and setting up, the insights were quite clearly, I might say, quite clearly. If you've ever seen the movie Space Jam, I actually can't remember the movie. Well, like, it's cartoon and human mix, so like Roger Rabbit style or Dick Tracy. But the song, if I hit him high, hit him high, hit him high, then you hit him low, hit him low, hit him low. So there's this sensation in the cards of the pre-shuffle, and you'll see everything, timestamps below if you want to pitter-patter. If we must, and if we may, emotional, ethereal, energetic, the villains, sleep paralysis, anything along that lines. Even within ourselves, we're just moving through emotions and energy of the world, of ourselves. I'm going to draw it in for myself so I can wander with it a little bit more. That your monsters are coming together with the me. They are you. There's no demon that is not of you if it's around, or whatever the case may be. But this feels like a coming together in the spirit of that song, which I believe is called the MonSTARS anthem. But here's the thing, it's the MonSTARS anthem. And in working with hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em low, hit 'em low, in this human to higher self construct or connection of relationship and working together, but also considering, if we may and if we must, the below, our own underground and our own dark underbellies, hit them low, and you as the human on the surface are the high. So there is this choreography of connections between, not even in the duality of polarity, but that's kind of where it's played, like basketball. But on the court of all of this, there's so much at play. And it's kind of like seeing a chess game, but for whatever reason that's coming through, in different moves and different characters. I also want to note, in seeing like in this movie, I know it's basketball oriented, but the point is it's cartoon and human mix, like Dick Tracy or Roger Rabbit. And those two animated realms in their own way, shape, or form coming together, working together. And this is like the feeling, the MonSTARS anthem of me, of you, and coming together and not being afraid of that. Also, and perfectly aligned, which is so fun to see, the cheesy little movies, but I just so adore them, Halloween Town. And it's just all very normal. But I'm not saying that there's not an adjustment period to this, or trusting that. Okay, let's dive in. Thank you so much for sharing and subscribing, for being here, for sitting here, for enjoying a scry story and being aura astronauts with me. I appreciate you. And let's just go. Let's go. There's the pre-shuffle cards there. We're diving into the starkness of the void, and we're just going to use some white ink. We've also got Ghost Tube Seer kicking there off to the side, should anything come up. All right. MonSTARS anthem. If I hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em high, you hit 'em low, hit 'em low, hit 'em low. Teamwork. What's that saying, right? Teamwork makes the dream work. Alas, here we are. Okay, quick open. If you're opening up with me, taking a nice deep breath, closing the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of anyone here at any time. Thank you for being here, and may we all meet a message with meaning. All right. If you would like to take a If you'd like to take a screenshot so you can scry in your own time, Personal use only. Thank you for respecting the artistry. All right. Am I in your screenshot? Oh, I'm just such a hoot. I entertain myself. Gotta enjoy when there's humor and hoots in the moment. Because they're not always there, and that's okay. All right, there's somebody sitting. I'm going to say maybe cross-legged. He's got his hands. It is a masculine energy. And it's kind of like, I don't know if it's like Japanese or some Asian, forgive me. I don't really know. But he's like an older, his head's a little bit down, but he's got like one of those like long mustachios. Yeah. Okay, and there's a vial here. This vial. Oh, it's kind of like I, you, and me, of course, the essence, the mojo of me, the MonSTARS. I also want to note when I'm saying like the MonSTARS from the Monsters Anthem, the Mon is standing out, M-O-N, like Monday. And there might be something about Monday, what you're doing on Monday, your, just Monday. Your subconscious, of course, any sort of illusions being illuminated in the spirit of the moon card. And of course, your intuition. And maybe this is a vial of intuition, like Alice in Wonderland style. Here's the thing. These mustachios, they turn into animals. And right now they are toucans. Toucans, crow, or raven. But they have a claw as a beak, like make the claw a beak. As well, it's also turning into the Cancer. So maybe something about the Cancer sign, or I want to come back into the emotional monsters that we may have. And I kind of want to say, like, in this moment, in whatever regards, maybe not fitting for all. It's not a one-size-fits-all scenario, but I'm just seeing this moment where maybe in some regard we're meeting those parts of ourselves where we see them in other people. And then it's like breaking out in dance to remind myself or ourselves in that moment. It's like meeting this part of us or dealing with this thing that's so scary or frightening and, flight, fright, freeze, whatever the case is. And then you just kind of freeze and then break out and dance. If I hit him high, hit him high, hit him high. And then it's like this working together. Oh, it was really, really fun to see. A League of Their Own is coming through. Somebody's also working with shaman tools. So there's a serpent stick that's coming in. A serpent stick. And something about sticks and stones. Sticks and stones. Also something about Orion's belt. Yes. There are eggs or seeds. No, they're eggs. They're eggs. There's something being born in there. It's also bird-like. But it's being nurtured in the egg. Like there is a mothering energy in the egg of this. Okay, so it's just switching on me quickly. I'm now this vial. I'm sitting here. So it's like if this was like my butt, I.e. me, and this is the head. And I'm sitting amongst this gigantic, look how up close we are today. Like, but isn't that interesting? Because like, it's like getting up close, normally there might be something at a distance or a safe distance, normally I would have like, you could see more of the background, and then it's like, and up close. And this is like that being, it's like suddenly now I am whoop here up close. Okay. Yes. I want to come into the Knight of Swords. What do we got here? The Four of Swords, the High Priestess, the Seven of Wands, and the World. And on the bottom was the Knight of Cups. trapped. Who is the monster? Emotional. This is our cave of rivers. The emotional monsters within us. And they can kind of feel like a wave. Also, the world can feel like a wave. And even though it's water, it feels like a myriad of fire arrows coming at me. IUE me, of course, wherever this may be. I hear that there's something about looking for answers, but it seems to be outside of IUE me. It's like trying to battle off. I don't have the answers. Maybe that's on a personal level. As soon as I said that, I was spun around and I saw maybe an entity of more empire-ish person, place, or thing that might be a representative of it. Insert any, you know what I'm talking about. Insert any of that, and being held accountable because it affects the world and the world stage, and accountability being held for that. So there might be something being revealed maybe in the next 7 months. Is how I want to say that. Can I go back to personal? And while the world stage is great, yeah, give me a moment. I got distracted because this is changing on me. It's turning into so think of like ghosts, like an apparition. Maybe this is like an apparition that I'm interacting with here. Nonetheless, and it's changing on me. It's like it's turning into. Do I have ink all over my face? Like as if smoke and apparition-like plasmic energy is able to turn into different forms, so that I can talk to it in those forms as it's changing per the conversation that IUE me might be having with higher, middle, lower realms. But they're not held to that, right? Because you become the upper in the middle realm when viewing it from the lower realm, and so on and so on and so on. Oh, we're all over the place here. I am definitely severing something in the mental landscape. I'm back with the sticks and stones of the shaman's serpent snake staff. Okay, somebody here has inner knowings, but it's like being a shunned nun, because the example that's coming through is having your own connection to, say, God, source, creator, whatever it is. And I think in a past life, there's been a shunning for that, like off with their heads for that. In an accusé, et tu brute. But here's the beauty of this that I'm sensing in this moment of how it's coming through. If you're still with me, you're awesome possum. Whatever has happened past, possibly below, you get the gist. I don't need to, as above, so below, in the middle realms, all that kind of good stuff. Whatever has happened in your worlds that are colliding. And this isn't in a mob mentality. Now that could be more world stage in some cases, but I'm going to stay personal. This mob mentality, but the MonSTARS coming together and having an anthem of all the past lives, archetypes, this, that, or the other. But there seems to be some that are very, very specific. And I'm going to say 4 to 7 very specific archetypes or incarnations that are intercepting here and now. And because it brings about this Knight of Cups. Now, Knight of Cups can mean anything to you. You know the drill. Follow that. I read the art first. And it is being both the star and the MonSTAR. I love it. Oh my goodness. Eight of Cups. So, a sidebar scry here. There's something, it feels nightmarish. That you have integrated, me, that you have integrated. And now that nightmare, that demon, the paralysis of such, no longer has a hold. Death has occurred, the transition, and now that's why it's on my team. And it's actually, it always was on my team, that's how I'm feeling, but I was just saying how I'm feeling, wasn't listening to the teaching. And so I demonized it. Demonized it to degrade it. So I could hit him high, hit him high, hit him high. Felt, better than whatever the case is. And that was part of the teaching to inevitably, in this moment that I'm in, is realizing that demon is really the teacher, because it's me, a portion of me that I've been, me, of course, suppressing, depressing, that hasn't been heard, hasn't been felt and seen for who and what it is. And it's been called this monstrous thing, but I don't recognize it. Maybe it was lifetimes ago, and it's like, you're big, you're scary, you're whatever. My imagination goes wild. But I'm meeting it, and I'm sitting here with it going, okay, I'm frozen, so I'm going to look at it. Or I'm fearful and I've run away. I don't want to run away this time. I'm going to stand here scared and fear. Then I'm going to freeze, pause, start breakdancing. Be like, okay. And now I can hold this thing in high regard. Because that's what I would want, that part of me. The part of me that maybe feels insecure or not confident. And this is actually building a confidence in this connection with all parts of the whole world of I, you, we, me. And so now, whoop, I zoom in. And what does this nature have to say to me, as though I am meeting the energy and entity of Orion's belt, let's say? What do I propose could be spoken? Defense. There's those claws up there, right in there. Though I don't think that's a crab. What is that? Like maybe a lobster or something along that lines? Banish a curse. And this is where, it culminates here. It culminates in this connection with it. There also might be someone or something that has a storyline with the shunned nun, or there's been hurt, or some form of massacre. I don't know if that's like energetic, physical, emotional, abuse or whatnot, but it's from somebody that would be in a revered position. If this message is just for one, thank you for holding space for them to receive it. This is being released. Because even in the space of being a victim of something, but in this space where I'm feeling now, I'm not defining anything for anyone. I'm realizing that being a victim of that is also a dangerous place to be, as much as the demon on the other side of said relation. And so this isn't feeling for me, it's like rising above and conquering in this moment, conquering feels like stepping back into the karmic cycle of this lesson. This feels like I have an understanding. I've made peace with myself. And there I move forward from. And the power all comes flooding back. And it all gets drawn back in. I'm at peace with myself. That's not saying I'm okay with anything that has happened, or I'm okay with all that is happening, or I give it permission, or this, that, or the other. But I can speak and will speak for myself. And it's like the sleep paralysis spell is broken. The curse is broken. You have a white aura right now. Confidence. We spoke of that confidence. And now it's about navigating. Oh, that koi. Where did I see you before? No, I think it's just been a common symbol coming up. Okay, so an angel gets its wings. So in whatever spirit of that, maybe there might be a tool that might represent our monstrous side, our scary side. And they get their tool or their weapon, whatever it may be. But likewise, now your angel, your angelic side, if I may, or your, however you want to relate to it, the light and the dark, has its wings. And I can't help but seeing this basketball game with this cartoons and Dick Tracy and Roger Rabbit and those worlds blending. Like the magnificence of when that happened, at least in my, I know, is it Mary Poppins did it as well, and Bedknobs and Broomsticks, when they merged the animated realm with the human realm, but still another animated realm. Like the magic that can happen. The adventures that happen. Okay, so I also want to note that in the scope of this as well, that there's some technology, of course, that comes through this. So it's like seeing video games go from Atari, maybe there's something before, Coleco, whatever might have been before then, but that's my reference point, Atari and ColecoVision, to what they have now. And it's amazing to see the evolution of that, but the monsters become more real. The play, the consequences maybe become more real as shown in the shows or in the video games. The realism, it gets harder and harder to differentiate. Who is me and who is I, who is we, who is you, who's on first? Is that the baseball thing too, a league of their own? Who's on first? What's on second? Why's on third? And trying to explain a baseball game that's a basketball game that's really chess being played. And you just got to go and do groceries today while this is happening within you, because all worlds, or at least 4 to 7 of them, are within you, happening simultaneously. Or the emotional body, the energetic body, the earthly body. And it's fantastic when it's not overwhelming, or in a space to hold that in court. I mean, so, I don't know, maybe somebody's also going to court and navigating that confidently, being on defense. Again, if this message is for one, thank you for holding space. And getting your defense in order, or whatever the case is, and navigating it with confidence. All right. Let's grab, oh yeah, we are still there, thank you. Let's grab another card or two, and then I'm going to head on over to the flip side if you'd like to join us in the secretor, 2nd or 3rd tier. And keep an eye out on the community page, because I will be posting coming up soon. Learning the truth. There is something coming up about the truth, especially in this whole something on the world stage anyway. Something's happening on the world stage. There could also be something being revealed. Yeah, it's just something being revealed. Lots of 8s. Do you know what it kind of feels like? So first of all, there is a freedom of spirit here. If this is on a personal space, this feels within like 8 hours to 8 weeks, welcoming in new ideas, new energies. It's a collaborative effort, and therefore collaboration comes in from externally. I'll get to you in just a moment. But on the world stage, it's seeing beneath the skin, seeing beneath the masks. And for however I want to say this, something about history trying to, maybe, is it trying to repeat itself, or is visibly repeating itself? And I want to say, remember, whoever the Frankenstein is, like even in the story, is not the maker. It's not necessarily Frankenstein's fault if he's the front person. Not to say there's this, that, or the other. But remember, there was a maker of the Frankenstein. Okay, last cards. Very uncomfortable reading, but here we are. It's only uncomfortable because I don't like telling. I don't like being the teller of things like that. But if the tale is, it's very, oh, I love that. It just made it feel, I really, really appreciate that. Like Tales from the Crypt kind of feel. So we're not going to shy away from things that might be what could be seemingly dangerous, because it's not about provoking anything, but it is thought-provoking. And because you're in the realm of old souls, empaths, seers, and psychonauts, even in those scopes, the way you move through different provisions and provokes kind of turns into a little bit of an adventure. Do we need to attach anything? Do we need to assign immediately an agreeance to anything? No. In this space, at least we can speak to, won't speak to the rest of the spaces in the world, but at least here we can have them. We can tread mindfully, but inevitably come to our own knowing. And that's the power. It's not about agreeing. It's about, anyway, you get the gist. I love you for it. Okay, last but not least, we have here good luck in union. This is the union. And for those of you that know, even though I know it is a ladybug or it's some sort of beetle in there, I always see it as the Jason mask. So any sort of nightmares, coming forward. And the union of the MonSTARS. My Pet Monster, the MonSTARS, pick your favorite movie to have you wander into it. Within the self, of course, the magic of you, even if it's the magical and the mundane, and where and how you merge that into the middle realm of the here and now. But this union feels amazing. Also, there's rhinoceroses on there, and rhinos are pretty scary, but they're pretty cool too, But look at them with their little flowers and be like, yeah, we're rhinos, but we can still be dainty, Still be a dainty rhino. It's cool. Okay. I'm going to see you on the flip side if you are joining us. No pressure if you're not. I thank you so much for being here. Like, sharing, and subscribing. And until next time, so much love. Bye. Let's grab a card for late Easter egg. Are you ready? If I hit him high, hit him high. Sovereign woman, regal, feminine, in power and abundance. Card 5, change, earth, air, fire, water, spirit. Let's go.